Hey everyone, so I wanted to come on here just to talk a little bit about wishing and hoping. So, wishing and hoping is literally not going to get you anywhere in life unless you actually put some action to it. And exactly what you want, you need to actively do something about it. You can't just wish and hope for it to happen. You actually have to put in the work. So, whatever you want, if you want it, you can get it. So, a great way of doing it is to visualize. And this is something that I learned on a very, very short course, which was amazing. And it's something that we probably all kind of do on a regular basis, which is basically visualizing what we want and actively thinking about it on a continuous basis as if you already got it. It's basically like part of manifestation, and it's so simple to do, but I feel like people don't do it enough, and then they start going, well, I hope and I wish quite often, and it's a very frequent thing that we say, and it's almost kind of like holding on to something that seems unattainable. If you say that you have it, then it's yours. And I feel like there's loads of videos out there that actually explain that. But I feel like, for an example, I'll give an example of something that I feel is going to be mine. So let's say I have, there's something that I actually want. Let's say something material, because I feel like that's the only thing I can think of at this moment in time. Something material, or like a house, for example. So you want to literally imagine yourself in that house and how it would feel to be in that house. But not only do you need to just be thinking about it on a continuous basis, you actively actually need to do things to be able to attain those things. So you need to write down how you are going to get those things. So if you're saying, I'm going to get a house, you have to be very specific in the type of house that you want and when you're going to actually get that house. So if you feel that you are going to be able to get a house within a year's time, you need to actually actively think how you're going to get that house, all the steps to get in that house, and then when you've actually received the house of your dreams or the house that you want to attain. So I'll give you a brief example of something that I actually did many, many years ago. I was a very long time ago, actually. I think it was probably about a good, let me just think, hold on, I might have to cut this a little bit. So I believe it was probably about 18 years ago. So there was a time that I was like, yeah, I'm going to start driving. So I feel like it was about 18 years, it could be more. I decided I'm going to start driving and that I am going to be able to start driving at a certain period of time. So I decided to actually purchase the car before I'd actually passed my test. So I don't know how it works nowadays, but in my mind, I knew roughly what type of car I wanted, but not exactly until I saw it. So when I saw that car, I genuinely saw it and was like, that is my car. That is going to be my car. That is mine. And I genuinely actually said, that car is mine. And then I realised, weirdly enough, it ended up being the exact car that ended up being mine. Long story short, I imagined myself how I could afford that car and if it was realistic for me to be able to attain and afford that car. And what had happened is I felt this feeling of it's mine, and actively over the next few days, I was thinking how realistically I could actually get that car. And at that time, it was just like a basic car, but it was like at that time an ideal car that made sense in terms of budgeting, the cost, and the running. And I really loved the look of it. That was something I was like, this is my car, like, oh wow. And this is something that's happened to me on a few other occasions with different items and different things or material things. So I genuinely would imagine myself driving that car, how it would actually feel to own that car, receive those keys to the car, and to be driving around in that car. And I think it was pretty simple. I could have went even more deeper into the whole motion and changing gears and indicating and passing my test in that car. Anyway, another long story short, I ended up passing my test in that particular car. That was my dream car. And since then, I just say, that's my car. But it doesn't happen in every circumstance, but I feel that it's just so easy to manifest and visualize, and I definitely recommend doing it, because in certain circumstances it actually happens, and if it is for you, what is meant for you will not pass you by, and it will come into your life. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I definitely would like to do more videos like this. Let me know what you've found that became yours. Tell me what became yours and how it made you feel and how you manifested what you wanted in your life.